Did you know there was a day when just 40 American soldiers woke up on a remote Afghan hilltop? And by sunset, they had fought off over 200 enemies, survived relentless fire, and refused to let their outpost fall? This isn't a movie. This isn't a legend. This is the Battle of Kasha, one of the most impossible last stands in modern U.S. military history. It was June 12, 2009. Combat Outpost Kasha, a tiny U.S. base built on a steep hill, surrounded by mountains on every side. Veteran soldiers called it a death trap. If the enemy attacked from above, there would be nowhere to hide, nowhere to run, nowhere to breathe. And that morning, something felt different. At 4:30 a.m., gunfire cracked across the ridges. Then more. Then more. Within minutes, over 200 Taliban fighters opened fire from every direction. The base was surrounded, outnumbered 5-1. Mortars slammed into the trenches. Rockets shredded the bunkers. Sandbags exploded. The soldiers had one thought: we might not make it out alive. Flames spread fast. Ammo crates detonated in chain reactions. Machine gun fire rained down. Smoke turned day into night. And yet, none ran. None surrendered. They moved, they fought, they adapted. The survival of the outpost depended on one thing: holding long enough for air support to arrive. Staff Sergeant Marcus Murphy, calm under fire, rallied his men to push back into the burning trenches. Shrapnel tore through his body, but he kept fighting. Specialist Jeffrey Hayes ran across 50 yards of open fire to bring ammunition to his team. Snipers had full view of him, yet he kept running. Multiple soldiers were hit. Multiple soldiers fell, but none quit, because if one man stopped, they all would die. By late morning, enemy fighters pushed closer and closer. Some reached the wire. A few even broke inside the base. It became house-to-house fighting, hand-to-hand at times. Smoke, blood, fire. But the soldiers of Kasha refused to lose the ground beneath their boots. They formed defensive rings around the wounded. They counterattacked. They rescued trapped teammates, battered, exhausted, outnumbered beyond imagination, yet not broken. After nearly 6 hours, Apache helicopters finally arrived. One pilot said he had never seen a base so destroyed, yet still holding. Still fighting, bombers and jets followed. Enemy positions on the hillsides were struck one by one. The remaining attackers fled. 40 soldiers had held an entire hilltop on their own. 8 gave their lives. Many more were wounded. Their stand became a textbook example of courage, unity, and survival against impossible odds. But the men who survived say the same thing. The hero wasn't one man. The hero was all of us. Military analysts agree. If Kasha had fallen, neighboring villages and outposts could have been overrun. A chain reaction of attacks would have spread across the region. Their stand didn't just save themselves, it saved an entire region. Their survival was a message, no matter how hopeless, no matter how surrounded. Courage changes outcomes. This was the story of the 40 who stood their ground and refused to let a hilltop become their grave. Decode the dark real war, real heroes.